Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to an exciting new campaign for Dungeons and Death Saves. Today we're going to be doing something a little different than our traditional D&D. We're going to be doing a brand new system called GURPS for anyone who hasn't played it. That is a generic universe role-playing system. Also, save Connor, none of us have played it. So this is going to be a lot of learning, probably a lot of rule bending, but bear with us. Um, I'll get the introduction started. My name's Dane Brancato. I'm going to be your game master for this wonderful adventure, and I play a bunch of wacky, fun characters that you will get to meet.
I'm first. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Sam Rinaldi, and are we introducing our characters? Are we doing that?
Uh, I would say hold off on that.
Got it. And I am
Just gonna say something fun. Yeah.
me. That's it.
Drew?
It was. Oh, hi. I'm Drew.
Perfect. We're off to
Got
a great start. The jitters are here. If anyone's as nervous as me, we're off to a great start.
Hi, my name is Connor McGinley. You may know me from playing Lilibet Pembroke, or potentially Yukio more recently, and potentially doing one of these projects in the future. But for now, I will be playing another character that is yet to be announced.
Oh, I love it.
Hi, my name is Julia Risto, and I have played some fun characters, and I can't wait to play not that. I mean, I'll have
An
fun.
unfun character.
I'll
Fun,
have
fun
fun.
character.
Well, fantastic. Great. Well, hi. I'm Max. Yeah.
You're
And
not
I'm
DM.
gonna play a cool character, and I am not a DM. I am a player. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
By process of elimination, you have to guess who I am.
Dane? Fuck.
I'm Aaron. Hello.
Well, awesome. Guys, bear with me. This is my second time DMing a long campaign. In a second time in a system I've never played too. So we are in for a treat tonight. But is everyone ready to get started?
Yes.
Sure.
Real quick, are you playing music? Or are you not?
I
just wanna
am
make
not.
sure.
You know what? That is I forgot to hit that
Hey.
start button. So
Okay.
perfect.
I just didn't know if that was
Oh.
intentional.
No, thank you for
Why did
reminding me
nobody tell me
again.
that my audio wasn't connected?
Oh,
I wasn't
quick.
sure. I was like,
Somebody
I
say
think
something!
that's Julia's
I
mic
know.
audio.
I have been reading things for the last week. I have barely heard words that people are saying that are not directly related to point values in GURPS.
It's not a
Related to
D&DS
fine
stream
dining
without
and
technical
breathing.
difficulties. Do you want to introduce yourself then?
Me?
Yeah, if your audio wasn't
do it
coming
again.
through.
I
Do it
mean,
again.
it was working. It was just quiet because it was trying to read
Oh.
this freaking tiny thing that I want to rip
Gotcha.
off the headset. Hi, my name is Julia Risto, and deal with it.
Yep.
Deal with it.
Well,
Deal with
If
it.
you
Your
don't-
problem now.
If in case you've forgotten, she is the one who said she's played fun characters before, and now she's playing a different character. So we made the joke about this being an unfun
You made an
character,
unfun
Thanks,
character.
thanks. I appreciate that. It's
just
fun-
so we all remember.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
well, let's get started. Let's jump right in to the world that is currently still being fleshed out with its name.
Woo.
500 years ago, the world ended. War and natural disaster ravaged the planet and drove humanity to near extinction. Almost all records from the world were lost, and most, if not all, of civilization was reduced to rubble. This became known as the Fall. However, when all hope was lost, the brightest minds of humanity, or what was left of it, came together to create several large cities to bounce humanity back. These were known as the Pillars. The largest of these, New Ceres, a bustling metropolis where anyone can live the life that they want. With enough credits, that is. In this new world, money is everything, and mega corporations work hand in hand with the government to create a city of peace for those who can afford it. Those who cannot reside in the Undercity, rings of suburban areas that lie around this massive pillar of a city, becoming more and more desolate the further away from its base that one travels. Humanity was finally on the up and up after the fall, finally rebounding upwards, finally taking back the world that they inhabit, and finally recovering from the mistakes of generations past. Humanity felt it was ready to take on anything that came its way. Humanity was wrong. Monstrous creatures emerged, causing chaos and destruction in their wake, ravaging the towns of the Undercity and threatening to spread into the utopia of New Ceres. These monsters, known for their mindless rampaging and a white ceramic mask that covered their face, were dubbed Hollows. They seemed impervious to all normal weapons and unstoppable, until the Aegis Corporation, one of the largest in the city, stepped forward. Using their advanced technology, Aegis developed power suits and weapons able to defeat the Hollows, and worked with the New Ceres government to create an elite military-esque force capable of dealing with the Hollow emergence, called the Vanguard. While New Ceres is an incredibly difficult city to gain residence in, the easiest and most dangerous way to get oneself or their loved ones into the city, and almost guaranteed success, is through the Vanguard itself. But not anyone can get to join such a risky career choice. A rigorous test must be passed to gain entry. Our story picks up here. We see the bustling city with its neon lights. Massive skyscrapers tear through the sky, adorned with neon lights that shine brighter than even the daylight. Bustling highways are littered with cars that seem to levitate just above its surface, and race around it every which way as they head towards their respective destinations. The camera pans towards the base of the city to see a single rail coming from it, and emerging from the city, a speeding bullet train, shooting out at high speeds as it travels towards deep into the slums of the Undercity. Zooming in, we see a group of mostly young adults spread throughout its cabin, all wearing looks of either deep concentration or worry as they prepare for the challenge ahead. The Vanguard exams, a bi-yearly... Oh my goodness. The Vanguard exams are a bi-yearly challenge, a set of trials to determine if one is eligible to join the ranks of brave heroes who fight back against the Hollow threat. They were never meant to be easy, but no one had mentioned that the selection process was so demanding. The first two phases of the exams had dwindled nearly the 200 applicants, down to around 50. The tension was palpable, as the majority wondered just what this final stage of the exam will be. Standing among them are several certified Vanguard men who serve as proctors for the first two phases, and help guide them towards wherever this third destination would be. The camera pans around the cabin as we see 6 individual figures littered about. Who wants to go first in describing their character?
Well, not
Whoa.
everyone jump at the same time.
You know what?
um,
Let's decide by the dice.
I'll call
I have numbers
Oh,
assigned
no.
for everyone.
Oh,
So
no, Auntie
first
did.
up, the camera pans towards a larger built figure.
Oh,
Max,
cool.
you're up first.
Wow.
cool. You see a guy, 5'10" in build, with muscles that have been crafted from years and years of hard labor. Not any kind of intensive training, but living in the Undercity, you gotta find work and make money where you can. He has kind of real scruffy hair that's been cut and hacked at probably at various different times as it gets too long in certain spots. That it currently has a purplish dye kind of coated at the tips where you can see the blonde roots sticking out of the front. Are we in like our like normal clothes?
Yes, as of right now, you're in your
Cool.
civilian attire.
Okay, so he is probably he's got a jacket on his under his arm, but is currently in a just simple like white tank, or well, used to be white tank top that has seen many years of use. Some dark brown cargo pants that are pretty baggy, and some well-worn steel-toed working boots. As he just has like probably a little side bag with a couple things in it, but traveling pretty light. He also has, as you kind of get closer into looking at him, you see that he has 2 different eye colors. Just slightly off. From a distance you can't really tell, but one is a lighter blue hue, and the other takes more of like this steely gray, like the color itself has been pulled out of the eye.
So cool.
Yeah.
Did you share the name?
Oh, and his name is Emmett Darrowfell.
Awesome. What's Emmett doing right now as this train is speeding along?
I think Emmett is probably looking out the window, watching all of the skyscrapers go past, and every so often like looks back over his shoulder, you know, as the train makes a curve and looks over into the Undercity.
Awesome.
But probably keep him to himself for the most part.
Okay. Gonna reroll that one. Keep landing on Max. Connor, you want to go next?
Yeah, I just called anti-dibs on the first spot, but I'm good to go now.
Oh, did you? Had I missed it?
Well, no.
Oh no. Okay.
I was joking because no one was
Gotcha.
saying anything. I said
Okay.
anti-dibs. So we're on a train.
Yes.
Okay. So you see a young woman who is certainly keeping to herself, and she has long, very straight cut black hair. She is probably in like business attire. She wears dress pants and a dress shirt with a suit coat that is just draped over her shoulders behind her. She has eyes that are like blue like normally, but they also have a ring of light blue that seems to kind of change in its luminance constantly. She at this moment is probably just we have phones, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Or what would the electronic device of the day be?
You would have a type of phone.
She is looking
Probably a
at
little more high tech.
yeah, her high-tech phone.
Her high phone.
And she seems to be parsing through various documents that she's been emailed or received somehow, but she's going through them very quickly to anyone who notices. But otherwise, she is not engaging with the other people at this moment.
I love it. Would you like to share her name, or would you like to keep
know.
that?
I want to introduce her when someone talks to her.
You know what? I like that idea. I'm not gonna ask anyone else their name. Sorry, Max.
Hey,
Had to
Emmett.
connect with someone.
I
roll
did
it.
also forget with Emmett. Now that you know his name, he has a full sleeve of tattoos on his right arm. That's all different like herbal plants and flora.
That's cool.
Oh, cute.
Well, we rolled a 1 on the dice, so that means Drew, you're up next.
Oh,
Oh,
You're one.
well,
Write that down. Write that down.
okay.
The numbers will change.
Let's see. You see a kind of a thinner man, probably about 5'10", maybe a little shorter. Maybe he says that he's 5'10", but he's actually like 5'8".
Did you make me as a character?
He has black hair and glasses, and he's wearing a a plaid shirt, Dan? No, I'm kidding.
Crazy.
No, not this time.
He does have black hair. It is a little messier, in sort of like that I woke up like this kind of way. Other than that, he's got some nice stubble going on. He's wearing some nice dress pants and a pretty, I would say, tight-fitting shirt with a with a popped collar. Let's see. He's on the thinner side, but he's more lean than bulky. And I would say he is probably sitting at. Are there tables or anything on this train?
Yeah, there's probably a couple like arm tables.
He's probably just sitting back at on one of these arm tables, either shuffling cards or like playing with some dice, just watching, taking in the action of the train car.
Love it. I'm gonna start rolling a D. You know what? Aaron, you're up.
That seemed targeted.
You were the first person whose camera I looked at. I also just rolled your number.
Sitting sitting in the corner. Well, yeah, probably sitting in the corner. We have a very mangled, for lack of a better term, looking old man. He's bald. Gray hair that you can only tell from his one eyebrow, as the entire left side of his body seems to be scarred with some kind of maybe acid burn from a first glance, and a lot of his left side has been replaced since with mechanical parts. He's got a mechanical jaw. His arm and his leg are mechanical, and he's got a kind of camera lens looking eye patch over his left eye. And he's just kind of like annoying, looking kind of annoyed, like grumbling to himself, like picking at his shoulder, his metal shoulder.
I love it. Sam?
Okay. So in I'm trying to decide if she'd already be sitting near somebody or if she'd be, you know what, sure. I think she's probably sitting across from Drew's character. And she's got like her knees like against like the other side of the table, so like she's sitting across from him, you know, like propped up like this, you know. and it's a young adult girl. She definitely looks like she looks frailer, like frail. Like she probably shouldn't have passed the strength test, but you never know. And she's a bit pale and has long brown hair. Right now she's currently wearing it in 2 braids. And she's got like darker, like almost like maroon kind of colored eyes, like a reddish brown color. A oversized like zip up like jacket with like the sleeves rolled up, and shorts and fun tennis shoes. And she's got her headphones on over her ears, and they have little bunny ears on them, like very like triangular, like pointy. And she's chewing bubblegum as she has like a little like screen like in front of her, and she's like has a tiny controller in her hand, and she's propped up like trying to like playing a game. It looks like Mario, pretty much. Like it's like a little icon, like jumping
Dario.
over pipes and like jumping on creatures and stuff.
A little Irish man instead of an Italian man.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, Julia.
Yeah. So I just imagine that there's like a handful of proctors like up towards the front of the train. And they're all like, there's a group of them positioned and they're probably quietly talking to themselves. And they are all a good couple of feet away from, if everyone's like facing inwards towards the train, there's a guy at the front facing back. And he is sitting there with his head in his hands as he looks straight down the train. No eye contact with anyone. And he's wearing one of the suits. His colors are the white armor of the suit contrasts heavily with his black accents. Most of them have bright colors. His are black. And as he stares, it almost looks like he's seeing through the train at some unforeseen foe. His hair is navy, his skin is tan, and he has scars that seem to be fresh on the left side of his face. And one eye is a pale gold, unseeing the other, a shadow of its former self as he stares into the heart of this train, quietly.
Awesome. So, as this train seems to just keep going, it starts traveling through the upper layers, or the outer layers of the city, and meanwhile it begins to, the cabins each start to rotate like a Willy Wonka elevator, as it then starts going at a completely vertical drop. Nobody in the train seems affected by this, as only people looking out the window would really notice the sudden change. And after a short drop, it becomes level with the undercity below, reorients itself, and takes off, moving faster than before into the far reaches of the undercity, farther than most of you have traveled before. You have a moment. If anyone wants to do anything on this train, or introduce each other, or just stare out the window, you have your time.
Emmett will probably, like, he's gonna walk over, still looking outside the train, and he's just gonna, like, peek over the girl playing a video game and just
Mhm.
try to like just see what she's up to and just like see what she's playing. He doesn't say anything. He's just curious.
You probably look over and she gets like hit by an enemy and it does like the little like the character like spins and is like you know, and it's like do 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 do, and she's like and she like rolls her head back or like her hair is hanging upside, like, you know, her head's upside down, and she notices you looking, and she the gum pops like a bubble, and she's like, you wanna turn?
Oh, sorry, I was kind of interested in what you were doing. I haven't really messed with those.
It's fun. It's not that hard. I could teach you how to play. It's like 3 buttons.
Sure. Why not, right?
Yeah, get over here.
Cool.
Come on, sit
And
down.
she like swings her legs back over and she like like pats the seat next to her.
I'm Emmett, by the way.
Oh, nice to meet you, Emmett. I'm Rini.
Pleasure to meet you.
So she'll basically like lean over and she's like, okay, you press that button for this and that button for this.
Cool. Yeah.
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 And she makes the screen a little bigger so it's easier for him to see.
He'll give it a shot.
Cool.
I don't imagine that he's very good at it, but
You can make a games roll.
a games roll.
Games roll. What's a game?
What is?
That's
Does it default
Welcome
to anything?
GURPS, the system that we don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that there is a skill called games. It probably
Yeah.
defaults to IQ -5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. 'Cause
IQ
I'm
minus
looking at
5 it
something
is.
right now.
So my IQ is 13, so I need to roll an 8?
-4.
Minus 4.
4 actually. No.
Okay, so I need a 9.
Yes.
Okay.
3d6, right?
Yeah, on 3d6. Oh, no. 14.
Uh,
You see the little guy on the screen go, ah! Just like boo doo 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 doo, and it doesn't
Well.
finish the jingle for copyright.
doo 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 doo.
Doo doo.
Well, you know,
Does a womp womp.
couldn't expect to do it perfect on my first try, right?
Right. Yeah. Games take practice.
The lives counter goes down by 1. You have 2 more left. If you want to make another roll.
I think Emmett passes it back and was like, I think I'd much rather watch you play if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Do I need to make a games roll?
Yeah, make a games roll.
Okay.
I think that's a -3.
My IQ's 12. I don't know.
Yeah, if I understand this right,
games.
that's a
have
-3.
games.
Oh wait, if you have games,
I have a skill. I do have games, unlimited games.
I put
with-
computer.
then-
It can be digital games. It's all the same.
Oh,
So I have a.
so then
a
that's
point.
just a flat roll, right?
He has a 12 in
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it'd be +1.
I'll say there. I have like one
I
point
think.
next to it, so I just roll 3d6.
No,
and
it's
then-
just 12.
Oh, it's just 12. All right.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
think
okay,
you
I
have
get it
points
now.
The
Oh,
points
this is a
next to it
learning
where the point
process.
cost,
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
the
Yeah.
number on the left side is the number you have to beat.
Oh,
Okay.
so I have to get lower than
Yeah.
12.
Mhm.
I understand. And then where's my IQ come in? Is that just like if I don't
That
have a
is-
skill on
that
it?
is
how
your
we-
Yeah, I
Another
didn't.
number.
I don't have it. I don't have the gaming skill, so.
I understand. Okay. Also, I don't have a lot in games, surprisingly, but oof. No, this game's hard. I got a 12.
Yeah,
That's
Meets
fine.
beats it.
meets it beats it.
Yeah.
Yay!
You finish a level and you get the boo doo doo doo, and it doesn't finish.
Yeah, they jump on a
Definitely-
little flag and they're
definitely a
like,
ROM.
"Yippee!"
Yes, it's exactly what happens. Yippee! And they walk into not a castle, but like just a generic like grocery store.
A nice condo.
A nice
A nice
condo.
condo.
Condominium.
They walk into a nice condo,
Nice. Yes.
and yeah, as you guys continue playing, does anyone else want to say or do anything?
I know what I'm doing right now. It doesn't involve talking to people. But she is parsing through information to see if she can discern anything about the upcoming test and if there is anything she needs to know about. I would like to use Oracle.
Fuck. Remind me what that does.
So, basically I can see they're omens, but there's a digital version, so I can just like see if there's any piece of like potentially helpful information. But I have to make 2 rolls. I have to roll
Okay.
against research to see if I find anything interesting, and I have to roll against intelligence analysis to determine if I interpret it correctly.
Sick.
So,
All right, let's make those rolls.
that's a 10, which is fine for my research.
Okay.
And that's a 12, which is fine for my intelligence analysis.
So you passed and you figured it out. So you
Figured
kinda
out the
see-
riddle.
You see images flash up in front of you on whatever screen you're looking at. In this case, your smartphone, your really smart phone. And you see flashes of walls of text referencing combat and referencing survivability. You find the grading rubric, which you're able to figure out like what they're looking for. They seem to be focusing. It seems to be focusing less on the individual compared to the first 2 exams. Or the first 2 phases of the exam, and more on a unit as a whole. You do see one major thing that sticks out to you is you see a grading system based off injury, as well as based off of intervention, are the 2 main rubrics that you find.
As in, injury is bad, but
As in, like-
intervention is...
Yeah. So essentially, it is it's not so much the level of injury, but it's how you conduct yourself either when injured or when a teammate is injured, and then the intervention is how much your proctors have had to step in.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Anyone else wanna interact, or do you wait it out?
I'll wait it out.
Probably wait it out.
Okay.
I'm
Um,
legally blind.
You hear murmuring. Excuse me. You hear murmuring amongst the other applicants on the train. Some wondering, saying, I heard that this exam was the phase 3 is the hardest one yet." And then you hear another one go, "I heard someone died." Another person chimes in, "My brother did it last year. They said it was a memory game." and you hear back and forth. You hear so many different accounts, and if anyone were to look out the window one more time, they would see the city as a whole is no longer there. You've passed it. It's on the horizon. It's not too far, but you see sprawling, not desert, but like plains. Nature seems to have run its course and has retaken this area. You see ruins of old buildings in the distance. You see woods not too far from here with tall trees seemingly overgrown. And if you manage to crane your head to the side, you see a large wall made of stone and metal, very well maintained, unlike the overgrown areas around you. The train heads right in, and you feel it start to slow down as you pass through these massive walls, only to find a large empty courtyard. Sand seems to be very bare bones. Sitting in front of another massive wall, seemingly identical to the one you had just passed through, is a small podium and several Vanguard already stationed. In the sand is a large white line. The doors swing open, and the Vanguard proctors that have been with you the entire time all stand up and start to usher out the applicants into this courtyard. Most of which are very friendly, saying, "Right this way, please watch your step." A couple of them are quiet. One of them, not so friendly. Do you all pile out?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Let's go.
I think Emmett sticks
you
with
roll.
Reenie, just to mention.
Friendship.
As you all exit this courtyard, you get a couple instructions. A friendly looking Vanguard with a white and red armor kind of pulls you off and like, "Everyone please just line up on this white line. There doesn't have to be an order, just you'll get more instructions soon, but please for now just line up right there, please. Thank you." Very like overly polite, this man. A sharp contrast to our Aaron, your character just happened to be sitting in the eyesight of the Vanguard in all black, or in white and black. And while you know they weren't looking at you directly, you just feel like this is a sharp vibe from that guy. But we all... Let me pull back up my notes.
He's indiscriminately glaring at everyone.
Angie.
Who, me or the guy?
No, the guy that you're.
Oh, okay.
As you all enter this courtyard, the Vanguard all go and stand up by the courtyard, or by the podium, which currently remains empty. A door opens in the wall behind you, and walking out is a figure in white armor with gold accents. A man with swept back brown hair, a 5 o'clock shadow regardless of the time, and bright blue eyes. He has a big grin on his face, seemingly a skip in his step. Before anyone can say anything, every person in this crowd recognizes this man, the head captain of the Vanguard, and one of its 5 members currently responsible for running this whole organization. One of its 5 captains. This man is responsible for saving countless lives and slaying incalculable numbers of hollows. This is Captain Erson. The crowd is frozen in awe as they recognize a living legend standing in front of them. I'm sure you all act accordingly. Does anyone act different as they see a living hero in front of them?
I
Oh.
I think Rena
Casper's
takes-
pretty chill about it.
Yeah.
She is watching to see how everyone responds.
I
I
feel
think-
like several of you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say several of you had a feeling that he was gonna show up. To some of you, I'm sure this is a surprise. But the man himself, maybe 10, 15 feet in front of you, standing at this podium. Were you gonna? I didn't mean to like interrupt.
No, you're good. I think Greenie's eyes are stars, and she's like grabbing Emmett's arm, and she's like, "It's Captain Harrison."
Who?
She's like,
The man smiles as he steps forward towards the podium, and he opens his mouth to speak, but before he can say anything, many of the applicants among you explode in a roar of applause and cheering. Someone whistles in the background. They're going. It's like that guy in Avatar.
The one that foams at the mouth, yes.
The one that foams, like, they're losing their shit.
On Kyoshi Island.
Exactly, yeah. He's going crazy. Everyone is losing their mind, and just as quickly as they start, Captain Harrison raises his hand, and they go silent. He clears his throat and goes, "Good afternoon, everyone, and congrats on making it to the final phase of the biannual Vanguard exam, the Hollow Hunt phase. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Head Captain Thad Ayrson, Head Captain of the Vanguard. It's a pleasure to meet you all." I would like to personally thank you all for the effort that you've put in for our cause just in the application process. We wouldn't be able to have the force that we have today without brave souls like you really giving it your all to try and join our fight to protect humanity. Regardless of your reasons for joining, take pride in knowing that should you pass this exam, you will be saving countless lives. And should you fail, you've made it this far, which is outstanding. The applause goes crazy again. You hear in his voice just pure, genuine intent. This is just a friendly man thanking you.
Dane,
Yeah?
I mean, would we have heard anything that would say to the contrary? Like, maybe there are rumors that this guy did some stuff, or
Not
is
from
this just an
that.
all-around guy?
Thatterson is just an upstanding man.
It's just a G.
Just a G. Everyone loves him. He is Vanguard as a whole are already revered as celebrity-esque amongst the people, but this is a level above. This is like, people have tried to start beef with him, but they've been so quickly debunked because there's just no evidence towards him being even remotely selfish. He's just a G.
Yeah, they just can't crack that impenetrable goodness.
He kind of like sweeps his hair back as he like scratches the top of his head, and he goes, "Let's get down to business. The Hollow Hunt phase is going to consist of real combat against real hollows. It's kind of scary, right? Now, I want to be perfectly honest with all of you. We're going to do everything in our power to prevent it from during the exam. But from this point onwards, any activity spent with the Vanguard will always carry death as a possibility. Hollows are mindless monsters. They go on rampant rampages just of wanton destruction. There's no rhyme or reason, but they are killing machines. They have not and will not show mercy. I know that's asking a lot. It's a lot to ask you to put your lives on the line for a single cause. It's a huge favor. So I want to give you guys all a choice. If you are 100% willing to fight and die for the citizens of New Ceres, for its undercity, for humankind as a cause, then I'm going to invite you all to please step forward. However, if you have even a fraction of doubt that this is a risk you are not willing to take, if you think for even a second that I am asking too much of you, please take a step backwards. You will be forfeiting the exam. However, there will be no judgment, and you will be able to retake the exam next year should you change your mind. I am not going to ask more than you are willing to give, but I want you to know the stakes at which you are playing this game. Now, you can have a moment to think of it, but please make your choice.
I think I have already stepped forward, probably before he finished explaining.
You see this woman in her business attire step forward immediately. Several other people that you've seen are also very eagerly stepping forward. But you also notice a few stepping back. What decision do you remaining 4 applicants take?
I step back. I'm done. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done.
GURPS is hard, guys. Bye.
Not worth it.
I don't want to play anymore.
Bruce.
I don't
Great
wanna
system.
play
I don't
with
want to
you
play anymore.
Bye.
No, I'll step forward.
Emmett definitely takes a breath first. There's just like a settling there, and then like does that little like lean into it. This little curtsy to Rini.
She's like, yay!
I'll take 2 steps forward.
Fuck you,
Wow.
Wow.
asshole!
I'll
The
step
balls
forward
on
Got a load of
this
this
guy.
guy.
to where everybody else is. I'll step forward, and then I'll kind of like look down the line, and then I'll just take another step forward just to be in front of everybody else.
I
What a
love it.
jerk.
Just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I want to ask: are there like representatives from each of the companies here?
Squidward's such a jerk.
I would say yeah. I would say you see some of the Vanguard over their armor. No, not over their armor. Are wearing lab coats instead of armor. You see some that are wearing armor that seem to have a different like patch on it. One that you don't recognize per se. Anyone who is super invested in the Vanguard would notice it being just the city guard.
If you could say otherwise, but I think as soon as he starts talking about like, now if you for ever reason want to quit, you could step away. Edison starts like immediately turns around and starts walking away. And then one of the officials from Zenith and Co. like shoot him a look, and he just kind of like turns back around.
Zenith and Co. is one of the major corporations in the city as well. Cool. So everyone steps forward. You see a few people step back. The most notable is being one of the largest guys that you've seen there, who absolutely decimated the physical portion of the first exam. Is one of the first people to step back. You see like a nervous sweat breaking on his head. As he like he turns a very bright shade of red, as he's clearly embarrassed, but he can't cut it. He can't take the pressure. Thad Airson walks back. Thad Airson walks back up to the podium.
Ad Airson. What a
and
guy.
Claps his hand. He goes, "Here we have it. All right. For everyone who stepped forward and backwards, thank you from the bottom of my heart for both your honesty and your passion. There's no judgment, but for those of you who did step backwards, please, there are a couple Vanguard members that'll be standing by this bullet train. They'll be able to escort you back to the city. Thank you all for making it this far, and I hope to see you guys again should you change your mind. But for everyone else, you guys want to do some hollow hunting?"
Some guy's like, "Woo!" in the back.
How many people stepped back?
Yeah, because he said there's 50 of us.
Yeah, there were roughly 50. Probably, there's definitely an odd number that stepped back. I did not write the number down.
Is that
because
3 or is that 41? Roughly, like.
Yeah, there's about 41 left. So,
Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
so maybe 10 people.
Yeah, a decent amount. More than you were expecting, less than would be a large chunk. Would be more than 5%, or more than 20%. But he, as the applause picks back up, he goes, "Let me break it down for you guys. You're going to be broken into teams of 6, like traditional Vanguard squads, and sent behind me into this massive wall, where you will find a mock city that we have created, and several hollows that we have set free amongst the city. You will be issued standard battle gear suits that have been customly ordered, thanks to the information that you've provided in your application. Your job will be to track down and defeat at least one hollow and report back to then find and report back to the safe zone within the allotted time limit of 2 hours. If you have any questions, we have a lovely administration team right over here that will not only be able to get you your assigned suits, but will also be able to, well, answer any of those questions." And he kind of looks back behind him, as if like, "Is that all I say? Is there did I miss something? Is there more? No? Okay, cool. Well, if you guys are ready, you know what to do. Say in about 20 minutes, I'll have you all meet back out here to get assigned with your squads. All right? All right, cool.
I don't know if he's like, I don't know if he's a real stand-up guy. If he would like field one question I have.
Yeah, if you raise your hand or make some motion that you have something to say.
She kind of raises her hand, not like interrupting, but also not like waiting for him to call on her. She says, "So, will one of the teams be at a deficit as far as number? And if so, I am happy to fill that team, which only has 5 members." There's 41 of us, sir.
Oh, wow. Fast. While you guys are getting ready, I'll convene with some of the proctors and we'll work something out. But don't worry, the team that does have less members, you guys will not be at a major disadvantage, nor will it impact your score.
Assuredly not.
Any other questions? You got the one guy in the back that goes, "You mean we could die?" Yeah, you definitely can. But we're gonna try not to let that happen, right? No one's gonna die this. Hopefully.
This time.
Yeah. We'll do our best. Good. Suits that way. Man, I hate public speaking. Like, I love people, but I can't. And he like
He's still
walks-
speaking into the microphone. He's like, God, I hate public
Fuck these guys.
I love people, but like I just
These guys are the worst.
And now it's worse because I'm saying everything into the microphone.
he like turns to to his like right hand man behind him, and he's like, is it weird that the head captain gets like stage fright or like I. And they like quickly are like trying to usher him off, being like, "Dude, you're still talking."
Stage.
He's like, "Oh, good luck, everyone. I believe in you. That part's not pleasantries. Good luck."
Pain, drag.
Large crowds. And then the mic cuts off as he's saying crowds. Large crowd.
As it cuts. Feedback.
But you all turn to see. You see 3 people in nice little business suits setting up these little tables with a bunch of small cases next to them. You also see 2 doors behind them that say changing room, or changing rooms, and they open up to large hallways of rooms. But there are 3 people in front of you. Each one has a different group or different batch of things and a last name or like a last name A to B, that type of thing. And you see the crowd start to head that way and get into their respective lines.
Sweet.
Yep.
Gonna
Follow
get
the
my
group.
suit.
Follow the group?
Are the proctors still like around?
Yeah.
Including the like very angry sulking one.
Especially the angry sulking one who is away from the rest of them.
Good.
I want to go to him because I could stand in this line or I could just go up to the line after it's already moved through, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna stand in front of you. Wait for you to acknowledge her presence.
He like gives it like a good 30 seconds to see if you'll lose interest. And when you don't leave, he kind of what?
You are Mr. Ibiki, are you not?
Who's asking?
My designation is Casper Sky. And she puts a hand out.
I think he looks at her hand and then back at her, but he doesn't reach out his own hands.
She pulls it back without much change in expression. And she says, "It's just a formality. I am of the impression that you are rather talented. If you are who I think you are."
His eye twitches. It's just oh boy. Hold on. I gotta make a roll. I
A
gotta
roll that we will probably be failing.
Yup.
A trauma roll.
Oh boy. I don't think that's your fucking business.
Haha.
He failed his bad temper roll.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it is all of our business as to the ability of our proctors.
if you already knew my name and my abilities, then clearly you've got your information.
I just wanted to open the line of communication.
Cool. I'd like to close it.
She kind of smiles a little bit and breaks eye contact slightly. Welcome back, Mr. Ibuki. And she walks over to get in line.
Spicy man.
Well, for those in line, and now Casper as well, you all go up to your respective administration team members, in which they give you a small box, which inside is a rather nice looking watch, smartwatch adjacent. They escort you towards the changing rooms, for one of which steps forward and goes, if you have any personal belongings that you don't wish to bring into the field, there are lockers in here for you guys to get situated. If for some reason any of your suits do not fit, please do not hesitate to bring it to us. But walking in, should anyone go into the changing rooms, you all notice the watch has a big press me button on it. Very like very like not Omnitrix, but very like there's a large volume button on the side that like very much is like it's screaming push me.
My watch talking.
I didn't hesitate. Push!
All right. Anyone who pushes it would see the watch kind of MCU nanotech style start covering their arm, slowly covering their body, and becoming what is first a very breathable but very snug fitting dark gray to a black spandex like, not spandex like, but fabric, immediately being covered by this white armor with these gray little markings on it. As it forms and fits to your body, you start to see a glow from it, each being the respective color that you would put in your applications.
Like
Really-
multiple Kevlar.
Yeah, like multiple Kevlar. But the colors do start to glow pink, blue, purple, yellow, green, all, and you can see as you're walking through, the colors start to like lights of colors coming through the doors into other changing rooms as you hear people kind of like gasp and shriek, not expecting what was going to happen. Some of you, however, do already expect this change. Some of you have seen how the watches work, and some of you just have researched or looked into the technology. But it fits perfectly. Aaron, your character, who you have yet to say the name of, I think.
I said Edison.
You did? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't want to. I've been
There
quite.
might have been an
excited
off
to
comment.
Prematurely say it.
I don't know
But
if I announced
in
it,
character.
but
You actually see that at least around your arm, the suit leaves your arm free and movable. If you had asked for it to be around your leg as well, your leg is also not covered by the suit. You see these jet-like boots cover all of your feet. And it just fits snug. It feels like a really comfy sweater. It doesn't feel like you're wearing armor. It's very light and breathable. Pulling back up my notes. As you guys regain your composure and head back out towards the courtyard, for everyone except Edison and Rini, you have your earpieces that appeared on your ear seem to create this wall of light in front of your face, a temporary like scouter above one eye. a single wall of light. It works as if like a heads-up display in a video game. And you hear, for Edison and Rini, any pieces that you brought, Rini, with your visor, Edison, you feel the suit incorporate to your bionic eye, giving you the heads-up display. And you all hear a voice kind of ring out that just goes, "Congratulations on making it this far. You have been assigned to Squad 8. Please rendezvous with your squad. Good luck and have fun." And
Sweet.
as you look upon this crowd, you can see above their heads these little diamonds, like Sims diamonds, appear, all of which are green, save currently 4 other people from yourself, where it is a lovely little golden yellow.
But everybody else.
You see a little golden Squad 8 in the top corner of your vision.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Everyone else is green.
Cool.
Do you approach? Do you?
Yeah.
All right, I was waiting for an Emmett Rini
Yeah.
acknowledgement.
Well, yeah, I
Hold
think
on, sorry.
Emmett
Yeah, yeah.
sees Rini, and there's like a wash of like being relieved that comes over him. He's like, oh god. Thank God. Whew.
Hey, we're on the same team. Or squad.
Squad 8. Hey.
Squad 8. Super great.
We'll work
I'm
on
not. Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll fix
Yeah.
it.
That wasn't very good. Let's try harder.
Who else? Who else we think we got?
Next up,
Yeah, I head over to
yeah,
head over to those two probably 'cause
Striking.
they're already grouped.
a striking young woman approaches you, with just confidence in her strut.
The pretty business lady.
And eyes that like literally glow.
Yeah, and eyes that literally glow.
They grow.
Do you want to specify your colors as well, or?
Yes,
kinda
now that the suit is on,
Yeah.
she has a like pale green suit.
Emmett is in like a navy.
And mine's like a magenta pink. Like a dark, vibrant pink.
What?
What does that even mean?
You know what it means. I'll go over next.
Cool.
I think I should say when I go there, I kind of like politely acknowledge them, but don't say anything and kind of wait for the other two to arrive.
Mm. Cool.
So
Uh,
I guess I'll walk up and just looking over everybody. I'll look straight at. It's gonna take me a second for names.
Emmett
Oh.
Casperini.
Casper,
Me.
I'll look straight at you, and I'll just go. So it's thanks to you, we got 5 people on our team, huh?
I assure you it won't pose a complication.
I'm sure it won't. It'll just be harder.
Perhaps with inferior squad mates you'd find that to be the case.
Okay.
I think Emmett's looking over at Rini like, what is going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. Rini's like, this is the tension is palpable.
Ah, thank goodness the bald guy will come over and save us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edison walks over. You see, he like lifts his robotic hand up, and like waves you guys down. You see that the robotic hand doesn't lower.
Her eyes like turn into stars practically, and she's like, oh, I have to. She like takes like she invades personal space. She like holds like your robot wrist and like examines the arm, and she's like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I have to check out the programming on this."
You, Edison looks like really annoyed at it. Is like, yeah, well, it'd be better if it actually fucking worked. He like smacks at it a couple times. You can tell it's like completely locked up at the moment, and he like starts picking at the shoulder again.
Oh, can I fix it?
I guess you could have a look at it.
Sweet.
Edison, you are also 100% the oldest person here,
Oh yeah.
including in the Vanguard members.
Would this
You-
be? Oh,
You
sorry. go
you
ahead.
you hear him just kind of like mumbling to himself. He's like,
Yeah, you sent an old man to die. You can't even give him a working arm. You stupid fucking.
God.
I'm gonna lean back over to Casper and be like, "How's our chances looking now?"
Can I try to?
She kind of relents a little bit, like, I assure you that's not because of the quantity that we are in this position.
Oh.
In fact, with a smaller quantity, this should have been less likely to happen.
Well,
Damn.
They got a robot, a frail girl, a broken robot man, and 2 normal people.
What we've been called cyborgs.
Take your pick. Tag yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I roll to try and fix his arm?
go for it? Yeah. What's your role?
Can I? Well,
Let's see.
I guess let me backtrack.
Let me look at your.
What are the what would this be like?
Is electronics repair?
Yeah, would this be
electronics.
electronic repair?
Yes.
Okay.
So 11.
Okay. $11.
No way.
I shit you
Hey.
not.
2 for 2. 2 for 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You tinker with it, but surprisingly you've seen similar tech to this in your fiddling in your free time where you would tinker and just mess with electronics. And you crack it fairly easily.
Sweet.
It's
That's
not
dirty.
100% fixed, but Edison, you feel it start to move a lot more freely. You have a lot more control over it than you did previously.
Thank God. I'm so getting used to the smaller robotics. I'm used to larger vehicles operating on construction equipment and whatnot.
Oh, cool.
A quick interjection. What are your colors?
Oh, yeah.
He is a his lights are glowing a kind of like a gold-ish, like a lighter gold.
But not like the metallic gold that Erison had.
Oh,
Just to
yeah,
clarify.
more of a yellow.
Erison's was
I
more of a
guess.
a gold plated with white like backdrop lights to it. This is if you want like a yellowish light, you can
It's kind of like if you just turned like a house light on. Like a
Love it.
warm house light.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Light.
The lights are on,
Pretty
but
good.
no one's home. Yeah.
Drew, what's your color?
It's a lavender,
Mm.
like kind of a pale purple.
Ooh.
Does anyone have any other interjections or discussions
I-
that they'd like to have amongst themselves?
Should we give each other our names, or I mean, if we're gonna be fighting for our lives next to each other, maybe we should know
Get
each
a little-
other.
introduced.
Yeah, I guess
My
we can do
designation
that.
is Casper Sky.
Ooh.
Pleasure. Emmett Darrowfeld. Lovely to meet you all.
Reenie.
I am Edison Montour.
And I am Colt Candelaria.
Nice.
As you all finish your introductions, you, if you look around, see that there are less squads in the courtyard than you had noticed originally. And as you look to your side, you see Captain Erickson meeting with each individual squad, giving them a quick rundown, and then sending them into their respective door. After a couple minutes, your squad is the last one that he gets to.
Nice.
As he steps forward and he goes, "Hey guys, Squad 8. Last but certainly not least, how we all doing today? The first two exams go well?"
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, that's
From what
awesome.
I remember.
You know, good to hear. Good to hear that you guys are doing well. You miss and he like looks down at his wrist display and he goes, "Miss Sky, you did ask the question earlier about having an odd number of people, and we have come with a remedy for that. So after doing some not interviews, but just some like discussion with our other proctors, we have decided to make sure that you guys don't potentially get torn to shreds and assign one of our lovely proctors to assist. Don't worry, they're not going to do all the work. We've informed them to keep it at a beginner level to assist, and then that way just kind of step in if things kind of go bad."
Cool.
Hey, hey, Dante, could you come over here for a sec? Dante, you don't know what's going on.
No.
Oh no.
he
Wonderful.
walks over.
Casper kind of turns and smiles a little bit at Dante.
He walks over like blank face and will give a sir.
Hey, Dante, I want to thank you for volunteering to assist this group to kind of even out their numbers. I mean, really appreciate that go-getter attitude.
Sir, what are you talking about?
I mean, Dante, we were just so clearly these lovely applicants are down a member. We had more people leave than I was expecting, but I figured that we'd assign one of our best to keep an eye on them, you know? Plus, you know, never hurts to get some extra training. I mean, you've always been very keen on your training.
Forgive me if I'm being impertinent, sir, but this feels a little targeted.
Target? No. I honestly just picked someone who I think would complement their skill sets. At least from what the reports were for the first two exams. It seems like you'd be a decent fit to give it a shot, you know?
The report said that they all dumped strength, so
it did seem like, and no offense to you all have done a great job because you've passed so far, but it did seem that the physical exam was a couple of your weak spots. So I'm just trying to round it out with one of our members who I think could fill that gap.
Cool.
Fine.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'll take you out for a drink later. Sound good? Make it up to you. And if you guys pass, I mean, even if you don't, you're more than welcome to join.
if you survive. I mean, when you survive.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys will do fine. Well, I'm gonna I gotta get going. It's about to start. I wish you all the best of luck. There is a lovely door right behind you with a big 8 above it. You can't miss it. Just head in there, and you'll get some. We'll get everything ready for you. I'm sorry. Full disclosure, I don't do great with like big speeches. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but like I'm trying. Just like Dante's gonna try and help you guys through this.
Good looks could kill.
Thank you, head captain.
You're welcome. Good luck, guys. See you guys afterwards. Take care. And he walks back over to his number 2 that's standing by the entrance, and they walk into this massive wall. Walk into the door.
You said Dante, right?
Dante Ibiki.
Cool. I'm gonna pull out a small flask. You want a drink real quick?
No.
I love it.
Sure, you seem a little tense.
I'm not tense. I'm fine. And he's
Dante,
gonna
you've been-
walk towards the door. If she starts talking, he's
I'm
gone.
awesome.
Yeah.
And as he walks towards the door, you see his fist flex once, and just for flavor's sake, he's gonna punch the door next to it, and it's just this like you see what starts as a small dent. As soon as his fist makes contact, it breaks into a big as he walks inside.
I thought I
You
was feeling
five.
a little tight.
It's up to you if you guys would know this. If anyone's up to date with the Vanguard and its scene, you would recognize the last name Ibiki as a somewhat well-known force. The Ibiki family is their own squad that you haven't heard much from as of late, but they are relatively well-known.
Give him a minute.
If I hadn't indicated it already, I think it would be
Yeah.
reasonable for Casper to know.
Casper definitely knows.
Reenie knows.
Rini knows. I don't know if any of you 3 would have any knowledge on the Vanguard, aside from its like basics.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably,
Just the public talking points.
I probably
and
don't
even
care
that.
enough about them.
Yeah, you probably don't care. Edison's probably heard the name,
I probably am familiar.
but you probably haven't interacted with them.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Let
you
him
all
have his little
enter.
temper tantrum.
You give him a minute, and as you enter this building, I say building, you walk in the door. It's a small room. It is maybe the size of an elevator. And as you all walk in, the door shuts behind you automatically, and you don't see a handle on it. You
No
Cool.
turning back now.
you take a minute, and you feel the floor shake for a second as this elevator like feeling descends, less smooth than the train ride here, but not rough. It feels like a modern day elevator. And then after a while you stop going down and start going sideways. Then you go down again. And then after about a minute of that you stop. A lot of Willy Wonka like elevators here, you've noticed.
Yeah.
Once again, for those that don't have any visual accessory with their suit, you see the scouter start to form up again. This clear see-through light that matches the color of your suit gives you an overlay. And you once again hear that voice from before. Greetings, teammate. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you my conscience?
Great. Is everyone excited for the upcoming exam?
Excited's a way to put it.
Sure thing.
Love
Not
the
really.
enthusiasm.
Pib.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
I said get on with it, Pib.
Of course. In just a moment, these doors will open for the final phase of your exam. It will begin immediately as the doors open. This is your final chance to ask me any questions. Do you have any?
Yeah, is there gonna be a monster right outside this door waiting to, just
It's silent for a
Like-
minute. He goes, it is heavily unlikely.
What kind of terrain are we walking into? Is this just gonna be a flat arena? Is there gonna be...
As Captain Erison had stated, this is a mock city created to designed to represent the heat of a... Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Designed to represent the heat of a hollow incursion.
But it's real hollows we're fighting?
100% real bona fide hollows.
How do they get them here?
USDA
Very
certified
carefully.
hall.
Very carefully. Okay.
Pain in the ass.
Some of the highest ranking Vanguard members will capture low-level hollows in an attempt to provide training for new recruits and experienced units alike.
Oh.
Any more questions?
No.
Love the enthusiasm. Well, I'm getting the notification that the exam will be beginning soon. Please stand by for T-minus 10 seconds. And you hear the voice start counting down. In 3, 2, 1. Good luck and have fun, and don't forget to win! And the doors swing open. And as the doors swing open, in front of you is the ruined remains of a city, of what looked to be the Undercity, in building, in architecture. However, what you notice is there are several buildings just toppled over and smashed. Cars are overturned. You see, foliage is overgrown. The pavement is decimated. It looks like almost apocalyptic in just how everything is crumbled and decimated. For a lot of you, you remember this feeling. Dante, you remember this feeling for having to deal with hollow incursions. Edison, I think Emmett, you both have had experience with cleanup in your current day jobs of hollow incursions. So, Edison specifically, and anyone else who was there, have memories of the Obsidian District and the most recent attack. One of the most destructive incursions known to date. It brings back the memories of either being there or watching it happen on the news, but everyone has some knowledge of that. And this looks no different. Save a lot of fires, however there are a couple things that seem to be permanently lit. And standing in front of you is this city of unknown layout and design. Save Casper and Dante would have some idea of the layout. Casper would have the full schematics because that's what you found earlier. And before we jump into what will inevitably lead to combat, I think that's where we're gonna end it here for today. Due to time constraints, I think we'll jump into the start of the exam next session.
Hell yeah!
That's where they're all gonna quickly realize that I have no idea what I'm talking about. But
Time to learn.
time to learn.
Yay.
We learn
Well,
together.
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching our first episode. I'm super excited to give this a shot. I have some really cool ideas that I'm working through, and they'll be a lot cooler once I actually learn the ins and outs of the system. Big shout out to Connor for helping everyone create their characters. I will be saying this several times throughout the campaign. I genuinely could not have done this without him. So big snaps, big claps. Thank you so much, Connor.
Yay. I know him.
What? Does anyone have anything they want to say before we sign off?
I
Julia.
have to do my thing because it's
Do it.
expected of me now. Drink your water. It's good for you, kids. It feels good, and maybe it won't make you such an angry bastard. Maybe.
I think there are other reasons as to why
He's
you're
just
an
not
angry bastard.
hydrated
But
is the problem.
He's just not hydrated. He's very dehydrated.
Yeah.
Speaking
But-
of, do we have this labeled as for an older audience?
oh yeah, I label everything.
figured
for
we-
sure.
I figured we did. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah,
I might need to update the streaming info, but
yeah. But if you guys want to watch more, we recently have just finished a 3-year campaign run by the lovely Max in normal D&D. So there's rules that you're familiar with and that we're familiar with. But
2014 that is.
Familiar being
ooh,
relevant.
yeah.
Mhm.
But if you want to check that out, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, iHeartRadio. What else are we on? Probably more. But we're on pretty much anywhere you can get your podcasts. And if you guys, I don't know, maybe want to talk to us, ask us questions, or see cool art of our characters, we have a Discord. Discord's in the description too, of whatever you're watching it on. So just scroll on down and you'll find that link. You're more than welcome to join. But aside from that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you on the flip side. I've got to come up with my own unique outro, but we'll get there. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.